Hi, I'm Kyle Tucker from Detroit Speed and Engineering. First of all, thank you for purchasing our mini tub kit. Today you'll see a video showing the installation of these components step by step, and you'll meet the Detroit Speed and Engineering crew. We'll be installing these components in a 1969 Camaro. Now keep in mind, if you have any questions throughout the video and the step-by-step procedure, click on the button on the right-hand part of the screen and that will email us directly with any questions that you may have. Let's make sure that you have all the components in the Detroit Speed and Engineering mini tub kit. The kit will consist of a right-hand and left-hand deep tub, a right-hand and left-hand leaf spring, the 2 lower shock plates, U-bolts with washers and nuts, the adjustable spring pad clamps, our offset shackles with the hardware, which would include the bolts and the nuts, the upper shock cross member, and the upper shock mounts. Our objective with the DSE deep tub is to be out with the little tires and in with the big tires. First of all, we've completed steps 1 through 4 for time purposes. First, you'll want to support the car safely on jack stands. Next, you'll want to remove any of the interior that may be in the way, the back seat, the carpets. The next thing would be to go ahead and remove the rear axle, the leaf springs, the gas tank, anything that may be in your way to remove the inner tubs. The next thing will be to go ahead and remove the deck lid and the deck lid springs, but be careful, the springs are under a lot of tension. For display purposes, we've turned the car on its side so we can show you this blue line marking the center line of the original upper shock points. This will be important as you mini tub the car. The original upper shock points will be eliminated. The new upper shock cross member will be centered along this blue line. The next step is start to remove the stock inner wheel tub. Paul is now ready to do that, and remember your safety attire. Now that we've removed the original wheelhouse, the next step was to trim the necessary clearance needed for the new deep tub. At that point, you can trial fit the new wheelhouse and then start folding the flanges necessary to attach the new deep tub to. Next, you want to start making closeouts for the frame structure. This can be done by copying the templates provided in the kit using 1/8" steel and then start to trial fit these into the frame structure.
Much is it. He's about ready to go out.
Now we've welded the body and frame closeouts in place, we've clamped the deep tub into the new position. This can be done using vice grips and clamping it to the frame and to the body. After this, you'll see us drawing a line on the interior of the car onto the deep tub. This will allow us to know where to drill the holes so that we can weld the panel in place onto the new flanges and the new frame rail. One of the next steps will be to print from the CD the seat back brace template and trace this onto a piece of 16 or 18 gauge steel like you see here. You'll want to bend along the fold line and then weld this in place like it was originally to the wheel tub and to the seat back brace. Hey Scott, how's it going?
Good, how you doing, Kyle?
Good. As you can see now, we have the deep tubs welded in place, and the next step was to go ahead and cut along our lines for the upper shock cross member. Now the rear upper shock cross member is ready to be installed. You can see that the cut lines for the driver's rear are located, it is cut to length along the wheel tub and then notched around the frame rail. The passenger front can now be seen. It is cut to length along the wheel tub and notched around the frame rail. The long side of the cross member is on the front side of the cross member. The shock cross member is now welded in place. The upper shock cross member serves two purposes. It adds structure to the back of the car, and it also raises the upper shock points into the trunk pan area to give increased ride travel. The deck lid braces are then welded back to the new tub area. This is the front side of the upper shock cross member. It has been welded in place and then trimmed along the profile of the trunk pan. At this point, we'll weld in a closeout to close out the upper shock cross member to the frame, again for added strength. At the rear side of the cross member, this will be continued to be welded and then trimmed along the profile of the trunk pan. Now you can see the upper shock cross member has been welded in place. The deep tubs are installed and the frames have been narrowed to again accommodate up to a 335 tire and wheel package. The upper shock cross member does several things. It adds structural rigidity, torsional rigidity, and it also raises the upper shock point, so as you lower the car, it adds shock travel. This is on a diagonal for a 68 to 69 Camaro Firebird and parallel to the axle for a 67 Camaro Firebird. You can now see that the package is complete. The next thing we'll be doing is assembling the car. Let's go. Once again, thanks for purchasing the Detroit Speed and Engineering Mini Tub Kit. We hope this has helped. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Now we'd like you to meet the Detroit Speed and Engineering crew that helped on this project. First is Paul Morgan. Good job.
Thanks.
And Scott Dillaway. And Phil Griggs. Once again, thanks and good luck with your project.
3, 2, 1, action.
All right, our objective today is to get rid of the small tires with the Detroit. The next steps will be to print the, I just spit.
3, 2, 1, action.
Our objective with the DSE deep tub is to install. Boy, I really suck at this. One more time.